Hi Pisces, this is Lost Twin Tarot. My name is Colette if you haven't viewed me before. Pisces, this is going to be a general reading for the week of the 25th through the 31st. Pisces, when I was meditating on your cards, I'm trying to make these intros a little bit shorter. When I was meditating on your cards, I saw a few different things. I feel like you're a little bit maybe sad, lately. Um, I feel like you could be a little bit sad in like love. Um, Recently, I feel like you're trying to like almost like maybe you could be trying to find like the perfect person. Um, Maybe that like that it's like they can, but they just like they just don't understand like your like they just don't understand like your like how your emotions work. I mean, Pisces, you're the sign that holds all the zodiacs, and I feel like it's like they just can't grasp what you're like talking about sometimes. It's like what I'm getting. Um I also feel like you could be trying to kind of get away with like some solitude, maybe like if it's like being the weather's nicer in your area, you could be like trying to like garden more. You're trying to like I've said that to you before, like trying to like keep your hands busy, like in like a healthy way, like with art, either like with art or garden. I feel like you want to be close to a body of water as well. Like maybe you have a pond or something like that, or maybe like a fountain. You have the Ten of Swords on the bottom. You have the King of Swords, the Star, the Eight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, Justice, and the Seven of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Three of Cups. You have the Sun, the Five of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and you have the Eight of Swords. You have the Knight of Swords on the bottom. This deck is the Fyodor Pavlov deck. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I just realized on this last reading how much nudity it has in it, so I'll have to cover it up. I apologize. I guess I'll have to put marker all over it. Okay, so you have the King of Swords with the King of Pentacles. You could be dealing with two of these, two individuals. They could be male, they don't have to be. Um, you know, um, the King of Swords is all about kind of like he's all about structure. Um, he's the wisest king in the whole tarot. And the King of Pentacles is all about stability. He's all about pretty much working from, the bottom up. He's very traditional. And I feel like this could be maybe a combination of maybe like the two personalities of these two kings combined it into one. Um, maybe in a way this is kind of you, Pisces, saying, well, you're trying to get stability, you're trying to be wise about something, but at the same time, when I was, meditating on your cards, um, you know, if you're feeling like this in love, maybe that's what you're looking for. You're trying to find somebody who's, wise. You're trying to find somebody who's stable. You're trying to find somebody who's mentally stable, financially stable. And maybe that's kind of what you're looking for. And maybe you just can't, find it in a partner. Um, this could also be like, you feel like that, you're trying to get financially stable. You're trying to get, mentally, stable because I mean, we all are. And maybe you just feel like, you're feeling just like you're not quite there. You just feel like I'm not quite there yet. You have the Star and you have the Three of Cups. This is a really good combination for healing, though. The Star is all about faith, hope, renewal, wish fulfillment. And the Three of Cups, that's all about the early stages of healing as well. It's also about a celebration. If you celebrate, Easter, that's a celebration. This could represent, um, the time of Easter that week, if you're getting together with somebody. If you don't, this definitely can represent that. You could be getting together that week anyway, for a small gathering. And, somebody could say something that really makes you, happy. It could, bring your spirits up. And that's the wish fulfillment you've been waiting for. But even so, putting all that aside, this is a really good combination for just healing, renewal, keeping your faith up. You have the Eight of Pentacles and the Sun. Yeah, and the Sun is all about, joy, abundance, happiness. And I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, this could have to do with something, maybe at your job, if you're, getting, good news at work or things are going really well at work. This definitely could have to do with that. The Eight of Pentacles also represents your daily day-to-day life. You're just enjoying your life better. And these are even the tasks that you wouldn't normally enjoy, just taking pleasure in those normal things, washing the car, doing the laundry, just doing all those things that just kind of making you feel like things aren't as, you know, mundane as they could be. This can also represent the work that you're doing on yourself. You are working towards the sun and it is showing. The universe is seeing you working on yourself and you're being rewarded. You are seeing the sun because you are always working towards, some sort of goal. You're trying to work on yourself. You're always sacrificing, you're always doing, and you're being, rewarded. You have the King of Pentacles again with the Five of Wands. And, I feel like this is kind of saying, maybe there is conflict and competition. If this is with a person, maybe you have your eye on an earth sign, maybe it's a Taurus. There could be something like that, and there's a lot of competition for this person. This can also represent, that kind of inner fight inside with, stability, financial stability. This could represent a job as well. If you're trying to, look for something else and, you just feel like there's a lot of conflict and competition. But the King of Pentacles is all about, kind of starting at that traditional bottom. It's kind of like reference to somebody who started at the ground level and then kind of moved their way up. It's like they never got any handouts. They just kind of started at the bottom and moved all the way up, and then they became the King of Pentacles. So it took a lot of it took time. It took time and it took effort, but he's done very well. You have the Justice card with the Six of Pentacles. And I feel like this is all about, things are starting to balance out for you. I feel like you're trying to put your energy in the right places, Pisces. You're trying to spread kindness. Six of Pentacles is all about kindness. You're trying to put your energy towards the people in your life who need it at that time. You're trying to put your energy into, the people, the places like work, home, whatever it may be, yourself. And I feel like you're just trying to maintain balance in order to keep, your mental health, your financial health, everything like that. I feel like you're just trying to do, the best you can with that. You have the Seven of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords. Um, I feel like this is kind of that one thing that kind of really the Eight of Swords. That's one card I really don't like in tarot. You know, it's it's that self-imposed restriction, so the only person who can control it is ourselves. You know, it's one I really don't like. Um, the Seven of Pentacles is all about, you know, analyzing how far we've come, if we should throw in a towel, if we should keep going. But it is also about, that the work, progress is happening, and that hard work is paying off. The problem with the Eight of Swords with this is seeing that, it's kind of like that seed that's being planted in this garden and kind of seeing that, well, yeah, I have done this, but oh, I don't know. I could be doing better. I should be doing this, but I can't because of dot dot dot. It's like this negative little mindset that's kind of ruining this idea of, well, your garden looks really good. And it's like, yeah, but eh. It's kind of like the whole thing that kind of puts a damper on everything. And I feel like a lot of times, Pisces sometimes can do that because, it's always like they seem so hard on themselves. I'm a Pisces moon, so I always feel like, well, yeah, but it's kind of like when you make dinner and then you kind of ask everybody how it is, and like, it's good, and you're like, yeah, but mm, I should have did this. I should have did this. Should have added this. I don't know what I was thinking. Ugh. And you kind of like just tear yourself apart the entire time. What's the King of Pentacles with the King of Swords? You have the Nine of Wands on the bottom. Um, we get the Six of Swords with that. And I feel like that's saying that, this is what you're trying to achieve with that. You're trying to move on to calmer shores, and like I was saying that I felt like that was kind of like your there's two pieces of your personality, I should say. You're trying to achieve, stability in the financial world, in the mental capacity. Not saying that you're crazy, of course not, but you're just trying to maintain balance because we all feel like we're just kind of floating around, don't we? In this world, just kind of finding our way. And I feel like that's what you're trying to do at this point, you have the Nine of Wands on the bottom, and that's all about that wounded warrior energy, but it's also about kind of just keep pushing forward. Um, So you have the Six of Swords, and I feel like that's what you're doing. You're trying to move on. You're trying to get to this calmer shore, and I feel like just keep doing what you're doing, and you will get there. How many is that? You have two of that want to come out there. You have the Five of Cups on the bottom. This is for the Star and the Three of Cups. I just gotta cover her up. I was not well with the other one. You have the Empress and the Fool. Let me cover her up. Uh, you have the Empress and the Fool. Yeah, so the Empress is about, healing as well. That's all about, you know, pretty much, breathing new life into something. It's all about, regeneration when you think about, she's, kind of like she's usually pregnant, you kind of think of, how you bring in new life into something. And I feel like that's kind of what that's saying. You're trying to heal, you're trying to almost regenerate when you kind of think of it, when you're trying to heal something, bring something back to life. You have the Fool with that, so it's kind of like maybe you're trying new things when it's come to healing. I don't want to give any medical advice, of course not, but maybe you're trying new things, taking a leap of faith in something that you've never done before. Maybe this is a whole new opportunity. Maybe it doesn't have to do with healing at all, but maybe it kind of is taking you in a good place where somebody says, hey, why don't you join this or why don't you try this, and it takes you in a whole new direction where it really makes you feel, it's like a wish fulfillment that you didn't think you would do. Two wanted to come out there. You have the Eight of Wands on the bottom. This is for the Sun and the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Lovers and you have the Ten of Swords. And you have the Ten of Swords on the bottom one. This could be about a love situation. Maybe you recently just ended one. Maybe you um are confused about something, but I feel like this is something that maybe you felt betrayed by one, but I feel like it's kind of you know, or maybe you haven't ended one yet. Maybe you feel like it's the end of one, but it really isn't. Maybe you feel kind of confused and you feel like it's the end of one, but in actuality, it's really not. Maybe the Sun and the Eight of Pentacles is saying, no, Pisces, it's not. There's nothing wrong. It's just, all you have to do is you guys just need to work together and everything will be okay. The King of Swords on the bottom with the King of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles. And I feel like what this is saying is that, like I was saying, if there's conflict and competition and this has to do in like a work environment or something like that, or, anything like that, I feel like this is saying keep doing what you're doing. This is the beginning of something. This is almost like this is the beginning of your journey and you're going to eventually get to that King of Pentacles. Maybe it's almost like you are in the early stages, but this is the beginning. Page of Pentacles is something like the start of something very long lasting. He eventually gets to that King of Pentacles. What's the Justice card and the Six of Pentacles? The Seven of Swords on the bottom. You have the King of Wands. You have the King of Wands with the Justice and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, and I feel like this is like I was saying, you are trying to put your, energy into different places. The King of Wands is all about, he can be a little bit flighty, he's kind of in and out, here and there, kind of but he's also someone who goes after what he wants and he's, mysterious in a way. And I feel like you can be doing that. You're kind of here and you're kind of there, but you're going after what you want and you're putting your time in the right places. You're kind of here, you're kind of there. You're not just all in one place. You're not just like hanging around or doing anything like that. And lastly, what is the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords for Pisces? Well, two wanted to come out there. You have the Ace of Wands on the bottom. Got a lot of doubles today. A lot of double cards coming out for you. You have the Ten of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So you have something about there's burdens that you're carrying, Pisces, and they're you're back and forth with them. I feel like these could definitely be kind of like mental, not mental, but things that we carry in our heart and in our mind that are kind of weighing. And, it's like you know, they might come and go. I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, they kind of come and they go, they come and they go, so sometimes you don't feel so bad, sometimes you do, you know. Well, that's definitely, with that Eight of Swords, I feel like that's kind of there. You know, you have this garden that you're working on, this Seven of Pentacles, and then you look at it sometimes, you're like, yeah, this is pretty good. I like this. This is garden's looking great. You feel proud of that. And then, this Eight of Swords kind of comes in. It's like, well, you know, but it could be better. I can't do it anymore. It's not working. And then, but it's all because of these burdens that you're carrying. You know, it's like you're just kind of carrying these burdens and they're just, you know, and sometimes you put them down. And then when you put them down, that's when you're kind of okay. You can go back to working on your garden. But then you get back on this, teeter totter of feeling okay. It's like very interesting, but it definitely seems fitting with it. But That's what I'm getting for you, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed your read today. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Until then, enjoy your week, and I hope to see you at the next read. Thanks. Bye.